Welcome everyone here to the German Grand Prix here, round two. We're at the Nürburgring, the Betonschleife circuit here, 40 laps ahead of us in around 20 minutes time. All right, well this circuit was around in 1927 I believe it was, to around 1982, this historic circuit. Uh on the place of the current pit straight of the current Nürburgring circuit between the Nordschleife and the Südschleife. Turns one and two here, a quick left and a medium speed right. In these cars, it's not that fast, but very interesting corners there. Turns 3 to 5, the North Care and the Betten Care. I have no idea if I pronounced that correctly, but that basically means concrete circuit. It's the pit straight around this one. Of course, commentary by me, Evan Steinberg. Thank you to CVR for giving me the pleasure to commentate for all of you. Anyways, let's look at the starting grid. The top 12, Lamar Davidson on pole position ahead of Vila Korkiakowski. I have missed everyone. I guess I did my graphics too quickly. But besides that, let's go to the field now. Well, here we are. We have cars going around here for practice. No qualifying, of course, already happened. Let's take a look. We have Vila Korkiakowski going around the circuit right now in his car. Looks like he's coming into the pits, of course, historic. No pit wall. We have a little gaggle of cars here going around. Just gonna keep an eye on audio levels real quick. Alright, I was just checking audio levels there. Looks to be all good. So, some drivers, haven't joined just yet. They have plenty of time, of course. Race starts in around 15 minutes. And, well, I'm gonna have to turn down my audio because, geez, it is loud. These cars, famous 1948 F2 cars, besides a 1949 Ferrari in there. Current championship leader, Lamar Davidson, who will be starting from pole, also known as David Chesmo. And let's talk about the history of this circuit here. Oh, amazing, I forgot to turn off Steam notifications. Well, let's talk about the history of the circuit. This circuit around from 1927 to 1982. This circuit currently in the spot of the pit straight of the current circuit, the Nürburgring that we all know and love. 27 to 19, and of course, a very interesting circuit. You think it's easy. I tried it. I couldn't barely do it, mainly because of the cars. I suck at these cars. But besides that, it's a very simple circuit, only about 5 corners. But that still leaves us with plenty of action. Of course, between the legendary Nordschleife to the north, which, of course, you'd enter that by going straight around here with that road on the left. Of course, we're not doing that. And you'd enter the late Südschleife by going straight out of turn 1. But of course, we're not doing that either. Of course, this circuit, also known as the Start- und Zielschleife, which basically just means start, finish straight, start, end straight, or start, end course. The Betonschleife basically means the concrete course, because the circuit is made completely of concrete in some places. Drivers starting to flood in We should have around over 10. Look at how they fight the car there. Going through these corners here. These cars requiring plenty of care. They're very fragile cars. This mod is requires plenty of care from these drivers. Plenty of concentration to not damage the engine. Crashing, this car has pretty realistic physics. Tire punctures for crashing and having anything big like that. Engine cooling issues. You can see different tire compounds, studded tires going on there. You can see we have the amount of times they have come into the pit lane. That is the number next all the way to the right. Then we have the tire compound, and then we have the gaps. And in that little gap between the tire compound and the gaps, we should be able to see if there is any issues, if the driver is facing anything. And then we have the what the drivers are using for their cars. Of course, we have Ferraris. Ferrari 166, 1948 or 1949 is the choice. Those are the fastest cars around here. Then we have the, I forgot the name of it. Then we have the Gordini T15 as one of those drivers. Oh, you see, goes off. Oh dear. Finding himself upside down in practice. Oh dear. Well. Then, the Gordini is the second fastest. Then we have, oh well, the third fastest behind the 1948 Ferrari. The 1949 Ferrari is the fastest of them all. Lamar Davidson here using a 1948 Ferrari and leading the standings. Then the Fraser Nash. Some of these drivers might be using. No one on track right now using it just yet. And then the BMW, which nobody is using. Only me in the pit lane, not racing, obviously. So, unfortunate cancellations here from Crawford Montezano and Torquio Farquharson. Unfortunately, not able to make it. Let's turn on some name tags here and see if we can know who we're actually looking at here. We have Lamar Davidson and Max Kaminsky, both in the top 5 of the standings. And you can see how Max really struggles with that car around the final corner. And, well, here at Classic Vintage Racers, this track and cars very interesting to drive. Actually, I've never seen a league race with these kind of cars, and well, it'll be a pleasant surprise for everyone as we wait for the end of practice in about 2 minutes' time. Well, ooh, little Alex Campbell going a little wide there, almost coming back and spare them, and then spinning off as well for a little bit of good measure. Let's keep a look at these two guys just fighting around here, having a bit of a fun time. And well, this CBR 1950s F2 Cup is an offspring of PCS, Post-War Career Simulator, as we see Max Kaminsky go off the circuit and over the grass. And you know, it's on summer break for a Post-War Career Simulator, so CBR intended to fill the void by doing a little cup series with these cars, and they will not be used in PCS anymore. And what makes these cars special uh, is the set of CVR scripts that run on them. They provide unprecedented realism, mostly in the reliability department. When it also comes to new features, I'm gonna read those off now because it's very, very cool. And things that I have not seen on many cars. And how the drivers need to manage their pace, otherwise they break the cars. Uh, yeah, you need to manage your engine and the coolant and stuff. Temperatures, oil level, tires, brake well. There's different fuel mixes these drivers can deal with and mess with the radiator shutters as keep switching cameras on me. Anyways, mess with the radiator shutters for a trade-off between drag and heat. The cars are very fragile. Hmm. Demand a gentlemanly approach to driving. A harder hit usually ends in a blown tire, fuel or oil leak, and everything takes ages to repair. Well, that will be very interesting. I'm just gonna open up this here. Get a little team row there. We cannot see the temperature today because they had to disable that, unfortunately. But it was great for them to try. Voiceover is very low. Oh dear. I'll boost that up, hopefully. Gonna check if this increases it. Let me test this. Well, a big drift there for Max Kaminsky. We have Alex Campo going around there in his private entry. 88 Ferrari 49166. And he brings it to the pit lane. Alex Henry in his Gordini, and we are put to our amazing wait between the race. Well, let's take a look down the grid here. And please tell me if you can hear me, just to make sure. Restart to allow one late register to join, which is no problem. Anyways, a very diverse field, you could say, and then we have whatever I'm driving. Um, let's just take a look at this circuit here. And as you can see, to the south, there's the Südschleife. It comes out of turn 1 here, and going into turn 2, instead you would just go straight. This circuit would connect the two circuits. As you can see, you'd come up here. And sometimes, they'd use the combined circuit with the Nordschleife to the north. Of course, they meant north course and south course, uh, which is quite self-explanatory. Uh, and now I'm remembering that there was a restart, so we can head to that, and we'll be right back. Just give us a second. They're still putting everything back on. We should be back. And we're into the countdown for this race. So, well, let's take a look at the field here. Well, Lamar Davidson on pole, ahead of Andrea Silvini, and then Moth, Eric Howland. Of course, this you say pole position, but I mean it's quite equal. Vilkork Yakowski in second, Andrea Silvini and Moth lining up the front row. Eric Howland alone. Then we're back to four people: Felipe Lopez, Ludwig Koffler, Max Kaminsky, Charlie Wells, Alex Henry, Alex Campbell, Daniel Withoft, and Kai Sivertsen. That is our grid for this race, and of course I'm at the back and I will be teleporting straight to the pits instantly. So, plenty of anticipation for this race. And let's just find the correct person. This will be probably an amazing race start here with these cars. I can't wait. As we have 2 minutes left to wait. Let's just take back down the grid, I guess. Well, the Hungarian takes pole. Pole position was, and qualifying was taken from the practice session throughout the time. Drivers had until about 4 a.m. this morning for me to set a lap time, and that would decide pole. Of course, 4, 2, 4, 1, 3 is the grid, and it'll probably make a decent bit of chaos if I'm being honest, but that is for the racing gods to figure out. What an interesting grid for what they used to do. Hey, newscaster, what's good? Well, we're about to start on a probably incredible race here for the ages. Round 2. Championship leader on pole. And I'm just going to keep backing up. That little drone cam, which probably didn't exist at the time, but we can imagine. I don't even have a starter on my car, or even binded right now, which is what the drivers need. So they have to make sure that they have it all binded there. Otherwise, they may be in for a few issues. 5 lights and 10 seconds till we start. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we are go. One of the drivers not even starting with their engine there, unfortunately for them, as they go racing down to turn 1. Lamar Davidson has an early lead. Behind that, they all shuffle around trying to make space for themselves. Hopefully they can all make it through cleanly here into turn 2. Someone doesn't, spinning round for one of the drivers there as they, unfortunate early end there to their first lap hopes. Lamar Davidson, a hell of Korkiakowski as Max Kaminsky gets up to 3rd. On that camera angle, very, very far away. Lamar Davidson off to a lead ahead of the Finn. Max Kaminsky, Moth, and side-by-side behind us, one of the BMWs has made his way up after a late sign-up there, apparently. And Lamar Davidson will take them around to the final corners as Charlie Wells in 6th, Felipe Lopez, Daniel Withoft, as they shuffle around the BMW there that Kai Sivertsen is driving. The slowest of the bunch. And not on driver pace, but anyways, look at this. Korkiakowski put in some pressure on that leader there of Lamar Davidson. The Polite GP, I have forgotten the name again. Staggered start mode. Uh-oh. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, getting used to this leaderboard that they have supplied me with. It's a very nice leaderboard. As we have fighting towards the back. Plenty of fighting, and one of the drivers stopped there. But here comes Alex Henry trying to make a move here in a turn 3 on the BMW. He's gotten it done with the pace that he has. As, oh no, Moth into the barriers. And rejoins safely side by side here for Kai Sivertsen. Trying to make a move, not able to get it done there with his defense, and he might be a bit slower on the straight. And we'll just have to see with that. Side by side, yeah, look at that. Just doesn't have the pace on the straightaway compared to Alex Henry. As they already can see each other. And there's 40 laps that we started. 37 to go. And, well, Kai Sivertsen already dropping behind those two. Moth having his few issues there as these two are still going to go. As these guys are going to go side by side. Eric Holland, side by side currently. I believe he is a lapped car. Of course, doesn't have to get out of the way. No mandatory blue flags here. Apparently, there hasn't been. From what I've heard, there isn't a big strategy that these drivers need to do. Do we have our own channel and Discord? Yes, you can find it. I don't know where, actually. It might be in the description. It should be in our social links on the channel. If you would like to join. Fun, classic races. Every so often, leaders will be catching up to the back here. Of lapped cars and lap traffic already. Let's look here into turn 1. A bit of fighting up and down the field. Sorry if I've given anyone maybe a little bit of epilepsy with this. But Daniel Withoff defending from Felipe Lopez in the Whitestones Friends Racing Association. Ferrari. Or no. Gordini he's in. Trying to fight the Ferrari in front of him. The blue and yellow Ferrari. The Brazilian defending from the Portuguese. Yeah, it might not be in the script, and it might be a social link on the channel. You might have to go find that. If you go to our channel page. Anyways, the leaders have made it past the lap traffic coming up to them, and they'll be coming up to more in a bit. Anyways, oh no! Felipe Lopez off the circuit. And the driver's getting around them. Alex Henry not able to. This is a block in the track. Motha's going to have to go around Kaisa Versen as well. They're both going to rejoin the track safely. And good, patient driving for them to avoid any bigger incident. Didn't mean CVR, meant mine. I do not have one. I do not have... Actually, I do have my own channel. I won't link it now, because we gotta focus on the racing. But the leaders here are gonna catch up to some lapped traffic in front of them. Alex Campbell. He, of course, does not have to get out of the way, but it's similar to modern-day multi-class racing, basically, where other driver just has to stay predictable. And Lamar Davidson looks to be getting around him pretty easily, probably going to brake later to cement that move. Going into turn 3, so very nicely done from the Hungarian. And now Korkiakowski is going to have to deal with the exact same thing, and in a less ideal situation. Oh no, sliding as well to get in the way. And that'll really affect the Gordini C15 from getting around there, the number 28 Elite GP car. Was trying to get around that Ferrari, was not able to at the same time, and he's lost time to the leader who he was trying to fight with. Anyways, side by side, or close, not side by side, but close fighting here. Andrea Silvini, second in the championship, I believe, fighting Alex Henry down in 10th. Not a good race so far. And for any of the new people here who have joined from my many advertisements that I put out on servers for this stream, thank you for watching so far. 7 viewers. And if you don't know the point system, it is the performance championship for the historic championship, which is the realistic of the points that they had at the time. As Eric Haaland has issues, Ludwig Koffler will be coming around in a second to pass him. If you don't know the point system, we'll be using the historic point standings that they used back then, which was 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 3, and 2 for the top 5. For the main championship, though, as side by side here for Felipe Lopez, looking on a recovery drive on currently lap 8 of 40. However, the main championship, because these cars aren't equal, the performance championship, 20 points, 25 down to 1 for 25 positions, going down progressively by 1 point, 25 for a win, all the way down to 1, and then a few extra points, up to 3 for the BMW, 1 for the Gordini, 2 for the Fraser Nash cars, who are all out here except for Eric Haaland. They get extra points in that championship for the fact that they are in a slower car. These drivers have free choice over their cars. They can change at any time they would like. Anyways, we have a close battle for the top 5 fighting for the podium here. And they're all about to close up to each other. Korkiakowski has had an issue. He's dropped down to 4th. Max Kaminsky in 2nd. The leader here, often having a good time. This is Max Kaminsky having an issue with a lapped car. Oh no. And whoever's fault it was, there's a gentlemanly rule. And he's got a tire puncture as well. skidding along the ground, sparks going everywhere, and it'll hold everyone else up. Lamar Davidson will be loving the sight of this. As I'm trying to get up to these drivers. Max Kaminsky doing well so far with his tire puncture, but it's going to lead him off the circuit. And that is, unfortunately, a big off for him. He'll cut across. He'll have to give these positions back. And he might... Yeah, he'll be coming in to pit lane. Or on the pit lane, you should say. Because, well... Isn't really a pit lane. Yeah, going too fast for the speed that these cars can take corners, especially with a puncture. Lap 10 of 40. A big fight here. From fourth up to second. They've gone past Charlie Wells, and Max Kaminsky is going to drop all the way down the field for how long a pit stop takes in these classic cars like this. And this close, nice and dandy little battle here. Max Kaminsky still on pit lane. And changing the tires, fixing that tire, probably fixing some damage as well. Which I know has really, really practically ended his race. As let's get on here with Daniel Whitloff. With the Phil Korkiakowski closing in behind. The Finn chasing down the Brazilian. The 28 car chasing down the Ferrari. The Brazilian in the faster car here. As, oh no! What's happened here? A big little crash for Charlie Wells. Has to get that car started. Has a tire puncture on both of his right sides. And, well, that is a very, very unfortunate incident for him. Seen a lot of incidents here now. And you can see there the warning symbol showing that he has some form of engine damage that will be costing him. There's Max Kaminsky, who's finally gone out and is able to get back into this race. And yeah, Charlie, well, that just hurts my ears. He'll have to get out the way of other drivers here and try not to be a danger onto the circuit. He is just sticking to the side, nice and gentlemanly from Charlie Wells. Daniel Whitloff is seeing a bit of smoke coming out of that engine. I have no idea if that's just little graphics thing or anything. Hope it's nothing big for him. And you can see the nice little custom. I really like the driver model here. It's quite interesting. It is quite interesting what you can do with Assetto Corsa. And especially at a circuit like this, you can see how it is very, oh no, Charlie Wells has finally stopped there, unfortunately. And trying to get it back going, I think that is it for his engine. And hopefully he's got the leader coming up on him. They can really get this going. Alex Henry again with a car somewhere on the circuit. Find a little bit of issues there. Here at turn 3 and 4. And let's look at the HBK Renstall car here. Ludwig Koffler fighting here, actually, with Felipe Lopez. Felipe Lopez, the Brazilian, looking to make a move in the slipstream of the HBK Renstall Gordini car. And is he able to get on the brakes later? No, not just quite yet for the Portuguese driver on the Italian. Moth behind, trying to see if he can get a piece of this pie. Smoke means the engine is fuming hot. Oh, wow. So he's going to have to deal with that. Charlie Wells has DNF'd and called it a day. Well, these drivers can change around and play around with the radiator shutters to try and fix any issues they have there, as Eric Allen has called it a day as well in the Fraser Nash car. And that is that manufacturer of car now out of this race fully. Well, another important fight here that we have is for the podium. Daniel Withoft, Vil Korkiakowski, and Jankweed. Two close battles on this circuit with plenty of stakes in it, especially for this championship. Some of these drivers are within the top 5 of the Performance Championship and even the Historic Championship, so that increases the importance of these battles, as Felipe Lopez going side by side now with Ludwig Koffler. And going into turn 1, he'll have the move fully done. He can cut across here. He'll have to defend going into turn 1. Ludwig does not make any big moves on him. And that will leave the door open for Moth here to try and make a move. And he'll be looking for it in his Gordini. It's a very long way here until you can see the cars down this straight. Only a few cameras on the circuit, which is why we take so much advantage of the drone. And if you would like to join these classic races here, a lot of excitement can come out of them if you know how to drive these cars, and you really enjoy a unique racing experience. You can hop in, channel link, social link here for classic vintage racers, and get in on the action. Plenty of fun with a good community as well. As let's look here, this battle for the podium getting ever closer. As Phil looking for the move, going to the outside of the Brazilian driver. Jankweed's going to go down the inside and take advantage of the driver. Goes onto the grass for Korkiakowski, and now to the main straightaway. Korkiakowski is going to see themselves drop down a position. Instead, the driver attacking becomes the attacked. And that Polite GP Gordini will drop down another position. As we can see, the BMW there still chugging along there. The BMW of Kai Sivertsen, as Daniel Withoft has a very, very hot engine. He'll have to deal with that and try to probably cool down this engine there. Otherwise, we'll be seeing plenty of other issues in this race, much worse than crashing. Actually, nothing's worse than crashing, but you know what I mean. As, oh dear, he's going to lose a bit of connection there for a second, and find the ground. I don't think they did that back in the 1950s. I don't think they did that. And he sets a personal best lap time of 109.4. Fast lap these drivers were settings for 107s. Might have radiator down. Oh no. Well, that would be very, very unfortunate if he does have radiator damage. There's a close battle there for 10th, for 9th position actually. That is Kai Stivertson looking to move up a little position there on Alex Henry. And this short little circuit really is showing us some action here. Plenty of laps to go, around 20 to go here, almost at the halfway point of this race, as Alex Henry has found himself going off and coming back onto the circuit behind these drivers, getting lapped as well. And we haven't looked in on any other battles here. Moth looking for a move, leader right behind him. You'll have to be a bit careful about that. Lamar Davidson will make that move on Moth, who is, well, just letting the leader through, not dealing with anything like that, just trying to give himself a bit of time as, ooh, no, a stopped car here. Max Kaminsky, had an off. He got a tire puncture. He had to come into pit lane. Alex Campbell, had other issues. As you can see, Max Kaminsky there as well. As drivers race down the front straight, or the back straight, actually, you could say. This circuit was used for testing, and oh no, Eric Allen has had an issue. His tires completely punctured, and he'll be on the pit lane. The 13th place car, more than a lap down. And, well, we'll see himself having issues as Jankweed has come into the pits. And I don't know why. Maybe, fuel? If that is an issue, I do not know. Reiner Loris currently on track. A few laps down, still just trying to get some points out of it. Jankweed's going to call it off. He's DNF'd out of this race. And that opens up the window for some extra points for some of these drivers. And, well, that'll be quite an unfortunate end there halfway through this race for the driver who doesn't have a flag on his name tag, unfortunately. So we keep going. Felipe Lopez gaining a lot on the car in front and then losing that time back. I think it might have just been a relative. Yeah, just a real time. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The tank should be enough. It looks like he's just called it off here. Maybe had a little incident and, well, came into pit, saw the time that it takes to repair it, and was just like, yeah, I am done. Fortunate end to his race as we are past the halfway point here. We haven't looked that much at race leader Lamar Davidson. Championship leader dominating this race. Started on pole, currently has led every lap so far, and currently is leading it by a mile. And his engine looks like it is overheating. Hopefully that's not an issue later in this race. But these drivers have already done a race. Last round was Watkins Glen, one of my favorite circuits. I wasn't there to watch it, but still a very interesting spectacle to watch these cars. If you want to join, of course, social link on the channel page. Lamar Davidson has lapped up to 5th place now, if he can just get past Felipe Lopez. And also, the next race, Roy Heska, on July 28th, next week, of course, on a Tuesday. Same time. But we don't have to talk about that yet because we still have plenty of time left in this race for anything to happen. And I think we can agree that Lamar Davidson, and what I'm hearing, Felipe, who did the most work on these cars, well, we're grateful he put a lot of work into these cars because I'm enjoying watching this, in my opinion. It's very interesting racing. Drivers struggling around with these cars, really having to put some effort. As let's look through the rest of these drivers here. Max Kaminsky right now. Behind the driver in 4th place, Andrea Silvini, who is trying to catch up to the car in front, but currently cannot. No drivers within 3 seconds of the car in front of them right now. And well, it'll might be a long race from here, but still plenty of time for things to happen. And after what we saw from the start of this race, it can still stay very interesting until the end. If any drivers make mistakes, it's very easy to do so. As Max Kaminsky sets another personal best, a 109.040. Bet he can get out of the... Oh no! I was about to say he can get out of the... into the 108s, but he's flipped upside down, hitting the fence. And, well, that is a pretty big crash. That'd be fatal. In the 1950s. He's driving. He's moving. Oh, jeez. He's getting that rescue push assistance, I could say. This next few races won't help your position in the standing. Well, that's unfortunate. Hopefully we can see you very soon. Oh dear. He's still moving. He's really trying to get that car up, but I think he might have to give up. His guy's already dead, grinding his little head across the ground here. Someone's sliding here. Oh no, Alex Campbell having an off as well. What a shot here. This is very interesting. Oh no, another Andrea Silvini going side by side with, who is that? A little bit of Alex Henry. A little bit of a car park here in turn 1. Andrea Silvini gets back going. Max Kaminsky and Alex Campbell still stuck here in the grass. Matt Kaminsky's not going anywhere. Alex Campbell, I don't know what's going up with him. He's probably just waiting for a good time to get going. Very interesting moment. Oh, he's got a tire puncture. Well, this is a very, very interesting sight. And look what is going to get past that. We'll leave that for now. I hope they can get back going. It's a very interesting sight to see. But here's Rainer Lowers getting lapped by 2nd place here again. And as much as I want to look away from this, I mean, as much as I probably should look away from this, it's a bit weird. The American of Alex Campbell currently off and into the grass. Both drivers with punctures, both one of them upside down. Mark Davidson will be wondering, what the heck is this? Currently on lap 27 of 40. According to the graphics, lap 26. Well, still another 13 laps to go in this race. Daniel Withoeft gets into the 108s, sets a personal best. Currently in third right now, a big field spread so far. Out here, Alex Campbell's got it going. He's been revived. Can he get that car moving? He's got the engine on. Oh, look at that. He's got it going. Amazing stuff there for the Ferrari. And well, currently lapped up to fourth right now for Lamar Davidson. Can he lap everyone in the field? I feel like that'd be extra points, wouldn't it be? It's pretty interesting. Well, Matt Kaminsky was staying in the race, currently upside down on the exit of turn one. Pretty realistic, I'd say. I mean, how long did it take them to recover a car? I feel like we'd probably have someone already running out onto the grass already to get that car back. As he still stopped. Did he get that car moving for a second? He's starting to move it. Still a very interesting sight here. As let's go on board here with this BMW. The slowest car of the bunch. And I'm not saying that he's slow. I'm saying that it's the car that is not a very ideal pick, you could say. Not a very, I'm not saying this to defend him. I'm saying the car is genuinely the slowest of them. Apparently, it's extra points in the performance standings. Based on the slower car that you drive. Alex Campbell with a puncture coming in the pit lane, I would assume. No, he thinks it's fine. He's gonna stay out. What a brave soul. As Max come in, oh my God, he's getting that car flipped over. What am I watching here? Oh dear, oh dear. This is absolutely legendary. He is trying to get that car flipped over with all of his willpower. Push it over. His head stuck in the fence. I feel like that's a big issue. Anyways. Oh, accidentally underground. Whoopsie daisy. Let's look at Vilkor Kwiatkowski here. On board the Gordini. 56 seconds, 57 seconds, 58, nearly a minute off of the lead here for Lamar Davidson. As we have a bit, and Matt Kaminsky has called it a day. And we have a bit of, we've had a couple of cars, as one of them goes off the circuit. I wonder who that was. It was Alex Campbell. Max is having his neck Jeez. Well, very, very interesting here. Between these drivers, none of this is actually a first battle that we're seeing in a while. Alex Henry and Kai Vertzen. Gordini versus BMW out here in turn 5, and gun out onto the straight. That BMW holding on for dear life. Maybe he just made the pass. I have no idea. Whatever it is, Alex Henry is faster right now. On the straightaway, as Lamar Davidson is coming to the pit lane. Oh my. Oh no, there goes Alex Henry off the circuit. That ends some of his, as Lamar Davidson still back out here. Someone is off there. It is Alex Campbell in front of the leader. Coming around. And, well, this battle right here. Felipe Lopez is going to go, almost get hit by Alex Henry. He's going to go off the circuit and bring it back in front of the lead. Oh my goodness. He'll bring it back down. He'll give up the positions. Hopefully give it up a bit further. No, he should be giving that up probably, but, well, he hasn't. Lamar Davidson's going to be closing up on this battle in a second. In a couple seconds, a couple moments, a few corners. And so far, he is lapped up to, I think, third place. Actually, no, he came into the pits, so he's lost a bit of time. But he lapped up to 4th place at the time. Gonna come back at that as Alex Campbell is coming onto pit road with a puncture. He's crashed again. Unfortunate moment there. And his race just keeps getting worse. But right now, he's currently here just for the fact that he's getting points. As we'll look back at this battle here, Kai Vertzen gets lapped by Lamar Davidson. Alex Henry still trying to get past the BMW there. His car is faster, but it still takes a bit of effort. Kai Vertzen running nicely with that BMW, and currently on lap 34 of 40, we're getting into the closing stages of this race. It's his final opportunity to try and make this move in any way that he can. Look at this onboard, wow. Unk on board. Anyways, Alex Henry's gonna get past here on the straight. If he can do good under braking here, then he has this position, and he does do good so far. Quite nice into the little hairpin here of turn 4. Kai Vertzen still right on the back of him. But the straight line speed advantage of that Gordini will run away. Anyways, a bit of a battle here. 3rd and 2nd place, close to each other. Kai Vertzen's going to be dropping back from Alex Henry, but Daniel Withoft, the Brazilian, will get past Ludwig Koffler and now has to go chase down Vil Korkiakoski here, who has now lapped another driver. Who, Alex Campbell it was. Matt Kaminsky stating he'll get back stronger. Hopefully you can. I believe in you. This battle for third here at the end. He'll be putting the pressure on Korkiakoski, who will be seeing that the fact that he's close behind. He's not directly on his bumper, but still looking at that pressure and knowing and just seeing maybe the gap drop a little bit, go back up, and just keep looking at that gap, and it puts that pressure on you. Especially in a car that was quite difficult to drive, requires a bit of concentration. As we're gonna come to 4 laps to go here for Lamar Davidson, who is really looking probably just to get this race over with. He has been dominant this entire time, pole led every lap. Well, Bill Korkiakoski losing out, or not losing out, still keeping that second place over the Brazilian of Daniel Withoff, and well, it'll be crucial that he stays in front, or just doesn't lose a bit of gap there, I could say, as he sets a personal best of a 108.4, so you know that he is not losing any concentration here. He is just focused on getting to that finish line. And of 15 starters, it actually was 3 of them DNF. The other 2 at the bottom there weren't able to make it. And then there's me. So, well, at the end of this one, Alex Campbell stopped again. I was gonna say some quite inspirational quote, but never mind. And by inspirational, I mean I was just gonna talk. Well, Alex Campbell will get back going. Korkiakoski has lost a teeny little bit of time to Daniel here. The Brazilian in the Ferrari, catching the Gordini, trying his best to see if he can get a late race move here on Vil Korkiakoski. And the Finn just still keeping concentration, hasn't been making many mistakes here. I think the Brazilian is just catching up here. Was that a slide there I saw? I know these cars just naturally slide around anyways, so not a huge deal from him there. Maybe a code brown moment, but so far it looks not so much. Penultimate lap of this race for our leader, Lamar Davidson. Looking for a second win in a row. Vil Korkiakoski might have this second place in the bag. And we're about to watch our leader coming around here. Has lapped up to 5th place here. Very, very nice work from him, as second place is going to be closing up in a second. But Lamar Davidson will be starting this final lap here in his Ferrari 166. He has dominated every lap led, and It's pull, every lap led. It's just everything you want as the championship leader here in round 2. And, well, he starts the final lap. And if you look back here, Vilkor Kikoski is caught up by lapped cars. It'll be very, very tedious. They get around here like multi-class racing, kind of, with just the speed that these guys go at compared to him. And it'll leave Daniel Withoft with plenty of room to try and go for a move here on the outside. They go split Kai Severtsen, the BMW. He tries to hold it on the outside, not able to do it. He'll have to back out of the move. And I hope I can just hope they don't leverage just a little second, because we need to look here at Lamar Davidson. He has led every lap of this race. He's leading the championship off of round 1. He'll be leading the championship off of round 2. Lamar Davidson will come home to win here at the Nürburgring Bettenschleife. He has won, and he'll continue to lead this championship. And behind that, Daniel Withoft looking for a last second move on this final lap here, trying to get this one done. He's trying to get this second place, but I don't think he'll get it. I think it might go to Vilkor Kikoski unless we get a photo finish. But Vilkor Kikoski will take second place. Daniel Withoft will come home third to finish off the podium here in the 1950s F2 Cup. Moth will finish this race in 5th. Felipe Lopez comes home in 4th with a good recovery drive. Actually, no, I think he's 5th. Kai Severtsen will come in 8th. Andrea Salvini will be last to cross the line, but will come in 4th place, I believe. Yes, he will. That is your final. Oh dear, he's. Oh dear. Alex Henry decides he's going to go for a bit of a stunt there. But ladies and gentlemen, your winner today, Lamar Davidson. Coming around on top here is the Hungarian for Schemmel Grand Prix. Number 23 is the one who leads the championship out here in his Ferrari. He'll lead both championships. And I wonder if we will get a little bit of a donut celebration. Yes, we will. An interesting car to do it in, but a winner nonetheless. And I wonder if we can get an interview in here. Well, he'll come into his pit box. Will Lamar Davidson? I don't know if we can get an interview here. Well, he's gotten out of his car. Hello!
Good evening.
I think we should be able to hear you on stream. How you doing after that one? Absolute domination.
Thank you. I'm doing pretty good, I guess, but I mean, it was a pretty easy win. This Ferrari is very quick on the straight and overall a good car. but um, I I was trying to up with keep sorry try to stay up to speed with the race itself of like what was going on because I was getting a bit bored. I had to pit for fuel because I was a little bit short, but besides that, it was yeah, it was a pretty good race, I think.
Yeah, well, congrats. A lot of lapping. Blue flagged cars. How was that going for you? I saw it was a little bit tedious at times, and especially at this incredible circuit here at the Nürburgring. How was that for you as well?
Yeah, it was a bit tedious at times, but I just tried to stay calm and try to be a bit slower on the overall lapping because I didn't want to crash anyone and I didn't want to win my own race as well. So it was a interesting experience to say the least, but it takes skill to lap cars as well. So especially if they are not willing to let you go. But I personally don't really have a problem with it because I believe it's my job to lap them safely. And of course, the rule is you see blue flags, you let the faster guy through, but it's a fun race, so it doesn't really matter that much, anyways.
Yeah, well, congratulations to you. Uh, Congratulations to continuing to lead this championship dominantly. And well, we'll see you in the next one at what track is it? I forgot. At at Roy Heska. We'll see you then, and congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. I'll see you next time then.
Yep, see you next time. Well, congratulations to him. Congratulations to everyone. Vil Korkiakoski and Daniel Withoff for continuing off, rounding off the podium, and everyone else in this race who finished. Very nice job for all of them. And well, yeah, you can see there, lapped all the way up to fifth place and was nearly a minute ahead and almost lapping fourth place. So, and a photo finish there for the top for second and third place. We'll see you next time there at Roy Hesketh. That circuit, I don't remember what it's like at that circuit, but well, we'll see you then, and have a great rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And thank you for watching Classic Vintage Racers. I'm Evan Steinberg. It's been a pleasure to commentate for all of you, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.